all of you sweet, wonderful children, hello. How is it going? It's Miss Sierra here. I'm sure you've missed me. And you know what else I miss? Yes, I do miss you, but I also miss the snow. You know, we haven't had a good snowstorm in forever, like years. And my favorite time whenever I was your age up in elementary school, I loved whenever I would go to school and then it would snow so much they'd send us home. Best days ever. But you know, I kind of want to read a story called Snowed In at Pokeweed Public School. Because this is kind of what it would be like, except you're people and these characters are animals, so it's a little different. But follow along with me in this journey as we read Snowed In at Pokeweed Public School by John Bianchi. What a last name. It's very nice. It's creative. Every morning I rush through the house, eating breakfast, combing my wool, brushing my teeth. Then I pack my bag, hug my parents, and blast off for the bus. It's time for another classic day at Pokeweed Elementary School. I always sit in front of the bus with my best friend Melody. That way we can get away from the animals at the back. You ever sat in a special seat so you can sit with your best friend on the school bus? Look at these people. Look at them. Sitting next to each other. I really like that this looks like Peppa Pig. Y'all watch that show, Peppa Pig? When we get off the bus, Miss Mudworts is always there to meet us. She's the best teacher in the world, but they haven't met me yet. We all think she's awesome. Good morning, Mrs. Mudworts. I know that the words are backwards, but that's okay. I'm reading it to you. Don't worry. Miss Mudworts never gets upset whenever we become too noisy or enthusiastic. She just stops whatever she's doing, raises her hoof, and waits for us to settle down. Y'all have a teacher who does that? Just raises that hand? Or just sits there and waits? Because we all do it. Looks a little bit like this. When everybody gets a little too loud. There's always something excellent going on at Pokeweed Public School, like a Halloween party, or a science fair, or a track meet, or a visit from Officer Plotz for a talk about bicycle safety. Look at that Halloween party. Look at that pig dressed as witch. Peppa Pig. But the best day ever had, I told you it's a fun day, at Pokeweed Public School happened last week. Miss Mudworts had yard duty and we had just talked her into playing goal when all of a sudden it really started to snow. In fact, the snow was piling up so fast that Miss Mudworts thought the bus should be called to take us home early. But Principal Slugmeyer was very busy and could not be disturbed. Look at Principal Slugmeyer. Look at him being so busy. So busy. By the time he finished his work, it was the end of the day, and we were all snowed in. They got snowed inside the school. Oh me. When Principal Slugmeyer announced that we would have to spend the night at school, everyone went totally ballistic. See, I bet you were wondering. We still have the school stuff happening. There goes the bells. It's time for y'all to go home now. Some of the younger students started crying for their parents. Some of the older students started cheering and clapping and jumping around. Melanie and I just wondered, what would we do? What would we eat? Where would we sleep? May I have your attention, please? Due to severe weather conditions, all students will remain at school overnight. That's what the principal said to the whole school. You know how Miss Saint comes on the intercom? That's what the principal did. Then good old Miss Mudworts calmly took control of the whole situation. First, she sent us to the gymnasium with Principal Slugmeyer for a long game of dodgeball. Better than volleyball, dodgeball. I think they wanted to tire us out, but the only one who got tired was Principal Slugmeyer. That's what happens whenever you don't call off the school. After the game, we were all starting to get hungry. No problem for Miss Mudworts. She had gone to the staff room and found enough stuff to whip up a whole bunch of hay burgers and vegetarian pizzas. Don't forget they're farm animals, so they only eat like vegetarian stuff like hay and lettuce. Oh, this is her cooking up a storm, cooking those hay burgers. It'd be kind of silly if a cow ate a cheeseburger, because you know it's made of cow. Wouldn't be right. When it got dark, Billy wanted to start a fire, but Miss Mudsworth always reminded them, although there was snow in, the lights in the furnace still worked okay. That must have given her an idea. She placed a lamp in the middle of the floor and decorated it like a campfire. Then she got out her guitar and we all sang songs. Principal Slugmeyer even did his famous spoon solo. Look at him play those spoons. Sometimes you go to big cities and there are people that play in the big cities. They'll play like some sort of instrument to get money from the people who walk by. And some of them will even play the spoons. They'll start beating those spoons and making spoon noise. Finally, it was time for bed. We got some mats from the gym and we used our coats for blankets. Then Miss Mudsworth had all the older students read stories to all the younger students. I read Billy a story about a hummingbird who forgot how to hum, and he fell asleep before I finished. There were lots of weird noises at first, but eventually everyone said their goodnights and settled down. Miss Mudsworth settled down so fast she fell asleep with her hoof in the air. Look at her. By the next morning, the snow had stopped falling, the plow had cleared the roads, and Principal Slugmeyer had shoveled the whole laneway. The bus took us all home, but we didn't get off. Look how tired they are. They're so tired. Our parents just handed us a lunch and waved goodbye. It was hardly time to go back to school and have another classic day at Pokeweed Public School. They got on the bus. They didn't get back off because guess what? They woke up. It wasn't Friday that they got snowed in. It was a Monday, I'm sure. They got snowed all in again, or they had to go back after they got snowed in, and they had to go to another day of school. And you know, what if that happened here at the Pride Elementary? What would you think about that? If you got snowed in here and you couldn't leave and we had to go play in the gym and have a dance party and just sleep in the classroom. Miss Sierra's got a turtle and he's got a nightlight, so we'd be fine. I hope you enjoyed this read aloud. I miss you all. I love you all. And I'm so glad that you watched. Have a wonderful day.